right, everybody, let's get into the spooky spirit this spooky season. And I'm happy to be joined by Rick Bentley for a special sunrise interview. And what Rick is going to be doing this morning is revealing his top 5 Halloween movies. Rick, take it away, man. Starting out number 5.
Well, look, if you can pull yourself away from sports for half a minute,
I've try.
I've got 5 suggestions here. And I'm going to start with number 5, which is the Blair Witch Project. You know, it's kind of hard to believe that it's been 26 years since that film came out, but it really established that sort of found footage genre that became very popular. I love the idea. Basically, the Blair Witch is about 3 film students who go into the Maryland woods. He's never heard from again, but their footage is found. When the film came out, it really did resonate with people because there was a website that made it all seem like it was really real. And so I like the idea of seeing it on a small screen now, because when we saw it on the big screen, that handheld footage was so shaky, it made a lot of people nauseous. But it's worth seeing now. I think it's worth pulling up now. Forget the fact that the sequels were so bad. That original really did establish a genre in horror film. So I'm going to put Blair Witch at my number 5 pick.
Rick, I'm pretty jealous about your number 4 pick here because you've seen this movie and I haven't. That's Weapons.
I can't believe you haven't seen this, and I can't believe a lot of people haven't seen this film because it's now available on streaming. Weapons proves you don't have to go back decades to find a good Halloween movie. Now, Weapons is a story that at the heart of it is sort of a basic Halloween story, but I love the setup for this. It's got one of the scariest things for a parent in the fact that one night, every kid in an elementary school class disappears except for one kid, and through the bell cameras and everything, we can see the kids running into the darkness and then they vanish. What I love about this film is both the story, but I love it that it's told from like 4 or 5 different perspectives. And so we can see all these stories sort of blending in together. So it's well written, well structured, and really, if you're a parent, the idea of your child disappearing is just terrifying.
Number 3, you're going with Jordan Peele.
Go with Jordan Peele. You know, I thought Get Out was as good a horror film as I've ever seen. I think Peele's living off of that because his subsequent films have not been quite as good. But this story about a young man who goes visits his girlfriend's parents and runs into a really weird situation, I think it really did establish him in the horror genre. It really comes to me like a modern version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And this deep fear that we all have about the loss of identity, the loss of self. And so to that end, it resonates with kind of a reality base to it. And that's why I think Get Out is Peele's best work, and he's tried to live up to that with each film, and so far has failed. But Get Out is worth seeing.
Moving on now. Number 2, you're throwing a little smirk at us.
You know, I've never said this before, but the poster scared me. Smile is a terrifying picture, and when you would walk into the theater and see this evil grin, you sort of knew what you were getting into. This is, again, another story of a psychiatrist who's being haunted by people, and the people attacking her have these bizarre, weird grins on their face. Now, the original film works. The sequel does not. And I think the fact was once we saw the original, we knew the story, you know, everything else was just kind of a smirk instead of a smile.
And Rick, we made it to number 1. Your top movie is a Halloween classic.
It's my fallback, Halloween. This film, it just terrified me when I saw it the first time. I love scary movies that are based in a form of a reality. If you watch Halloween, you go back to the original 1978 film, you'll realize about 98% of it is based, it could happen. It could be a real thing, but you get to the last two minutes, it becomes a very supernatural thing. But up to that point, it is terrifying. The interesting thing is, the original title of this movie was called The Babysitter Murders, and the character wasn't Michael Myers, he was just called The Shape. But that shape has scared us. There have been lots of movies in the franchise since then, but nothing beats Halloween.
Rick's top 5 Halloween movies, everybody. Halloween coming in at number 1 for him. We'll be checking in with you, though, next week at our live show over at Safe Halloween at the Kern County Museum, because Rick is starting a March Madness-style bracket, the top 8 best Halloween characters. The question is, who would win in a fight?
Right.
And we've hit our championship, and that is Dracula versus Michael Myers. Rick is keeping his pick secret. He'll reveal it next Thursday, but take to Instagram right now, KGET News, to vote who will win in a fight, Michael Myers or Dracula.
and we'll reveal my results and the public's results next week.
So make sure to watch our Sunrise Spooktacular next Thursday at the Kern County Museum. Lauren, Kevin, and I will be there costumed out as well. Well, more news after the break. Stick around.